morning, everybody. I hope everyone is well. If he went live again after drinking his coffee, I have not watched that. But I will check that out. He had talked about going live and doing a walkthrough wherever he wanted to walk through, but I don't know if he did. I haven't checked YouTube to find out if he did that. Let's see here. Nope, he hasn't posted anything stating that he went anywhere. So he must have gotten sick and didn't go anywhere. Just couldn't hold his coffee, could he? So today's coffee mug, which I think I had this one on here before, is Two Wheel Cruise. And yes, I will promote other people's channels on my channel. And if anybody wants to promote their channel on my channel, you're more than welcome, because we are all here together to help each other out on YouTube. And I will not be a stuck up, I don't know what, and say, well, I think that's rude. As long as the host okays it, then I don't see a problem with it. And I don't have a problem with it. Two Wheel Cruise is a guy from Michigan who lives in Nagoya, Japan. He is married to a Vietnamese girl, and she has her own channel as well. And I think it's called Vietnamese Girl Walking in Japan or something like, or no, let me find it here. That's not it. And she does a thing similar to Drew's Backstreet's Tokyo, where she just walks around and shows you the area of Japan where she lives. And here, let me see. Called Vietnamese Girl Wandering the World. So you could check out her channel out as well. She just posted a new one 2 days ago. And sometimes she's walking around, sometimes she's on her bike. This last one, she was on her bike. And but she does the same thing as his new channel. But Tuo Cruz, he is a cyclist, and that's what he does on his channel. He shows him and his wife cycling around Japan, and it's a pretty cool channel. And they're getting ready to move to Vietnam as soon as Vietnam opens up to foreigners, and because apparently they had quit their jobs, and they were getting ready to move to Vietnam, and then the pandemic hit, and so that got put on hold. And so now they're just sitting back waiting for Vietnam to open up so they can move there, and I hope they can make it. But today is my 28th anniversary, mine and my wife's anniversary, and I gotta buy me a new printer, scanner, whatever you want to call it, because I did have a lot of pictures that I would have liked to have put on that video, but unfortunately I did not have them on a card or anything. I thought I did. This book is upside down. So yeah, I mean, it was our theme, even though we had somewhat of a Civil War wedding, or at least it was supposed to be. That's why she had the plumed out dress. I was actually supposed to be in a Civil War uniform, but I would have had to gone all the way to another town, to a costume shop, to rent that. And at that point in time, I didn't have a lot of money, so we just got tuxedos that looked kind of similar to it. Well, good morning, Margie. I'm doing wonderful today. I'm actually on my second cup of coffee, and I will be playing this video throughout the live stream, and I'll wait for more people to show up before I start it again. And I had it actually the whole screen when I first was trying to load all this stuff up, but then I couldn't figure out how to get it off, so it was irritating me, so I just put it down there in the bottom corner. But anyway, our theme of our wedding was hearts and teddy bears, and well, she chose that. So this is a picture of the top of our cake. Let's see if I can get it beyond. I can get this lined up properly. So there's the top of our cake, you know, heart. It was a tiered of hearts, and there's the teddy bears. So, you know, not your typical image of a man and woman that some people put on top of a cake. We used bears. Let's see if I can find another picture in here of the entire cake. I'm sure it's in here in these gobs of pictures. But the funny thing is, majority of the people who were guests at our wedding have sadly passed away. Well, a lot of these pictures, people looked at and put them upside down. Well, I know we've got a close-up of that cake, but I gotta find it. I don't know what we are going to do today, other than we do have to go to the store, so that's one thing that we're going to do today. Because tomorrow I got to go to work, and take care of some stuff in the women's locker room since nobody's going to be there tomorrow, and that's the only time I can get things done is on the weekends when nobody's there. And yes, I will eventually play that guitar. As a matter of fact, last live stream, everybody wanted me to do Old MacDonald Had a Farm, and I am going to do that song this time. Acorn, if you're leaving, goodbye. I'm glad you can make it. Well, I know we had a close-up picture of that cake, and I don't know what happened to it. But I am going to do another video of mine and Debbie's life. I'm going to do actually a series of videos of mine and Debbie's life. So that was, of course, video 1 of her and I getting married. And then I got to go through all our picture albums and find pictures of her and I together before the kids. And then things that her and I did. Do I even have this the right? See, I had a book upside down. Putting pictures upside down. So yeah, I'm going to do another video of her and I going out and doing things, and I don't know how many photos I have of that. So then the third one will be pictures of when my twins were born, you know, go on and so on and so forth. Oh, let's see here. Let's start from the very beginning, because I know we got a close-up picture of that cake. And I really want to show a better picture of that cake. I probably had it in that video, but I can't find the picture that was used for... Let's see, I put those pictures upside down. Oh, we're down to 2 people. Boy, am I really scaring people away. I'm sorry I'm being boring. I guess I wasn't as prepared as I thought. Well, I can't find the close-up picture of the cake, but here is. Let's see if I can kind of get close up there. There's that tiered cake right there. And of course, you know, you take the top piece and you put it in a container and you stick it in the freezer, and 1 year later, on your anniversary, you eat that cake. Well, it got freezer burned because we didn't properly put it in something, and of course we didn't get to eat it. Anyway, Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. And on that farm he had some chickens, E-I-E-I-O. With the cluck cluck there and the cluck cluck there, here a cluck, there a cluck, everywhere a cluck cluck. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. There you go. Old MacDonald had a farm. Even though I did play one chord wrong. Alright, well, hopefully more people will show up, and we'll get this party started. if it ain't already started. I didn't mean to scare everybody off by sitting there looking for photos. I do have a whiteboard behind me now, and as you can see, and eventually write different things on there. And my lamps are probably actually the lamp across the way there, right there. I'm trying to brighten it up in here is shining on it. My job was going to actually throw that away, and so I just kept it. Actually was supposed to have 3 of them away, and the other, well, one of them was bigger than that, and then the other one's about that size but a little different. And I thought, man, this is too nice. I'm not going to pitch this in the trash, so I just left it in my truck and threw the other 2 away. All right. I know when I go live, everybody's on the other side of the planet is having their dinner or preparing their dinner, so they're not really watching me until they get done. And but I mentioned closer to 600 subscribers, and I still have not thought about what I'm going to do for my 600 subscriber. Yeah, some people, well, it's actually Saturday morning here. It's 6:22 in the morning. I know it's 7:22 p.m. in the Philippines, and it's still Saturday, and 8:22 in Japan, which is still Saturday. Now, the rest of the world, I don't know if they've actually crossed over to Sunday yet. But eventually everybody will pop through, and let's see, I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this thing because it's kind of annoying me at the moment, and then I'll pop it up there later when everybody else shows up. Because they all know I was going to be live today, but like I said, they're all busy and probably getting their food ready. So you're an hour ahead of Japan. I'm glad Tokyo Drew kind of moved his time up an hour, and because he was kind of interfering with me going to bed, because I go to bed at 8 o'clock unless I have to take my son to work, and then I don't go to bed until almost 10 because I got to pick him up at 9 o'clock at night. And I don't get home until, I don't know, probably almost 9:45 at night. So I really don't go to bed until 10 o'clock when I have to take him to work. Well, good morning, Jonathan. I have been so busy all week long with my job and things around here. I haven't had a chance to get things ready for today because I wanted to start. Actually, after this live stream, I wanted to start saying, okay, this is what I'm going to do for the next live stream. And as the week goes along, then I say, okay, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this. And they've had me so busy at work because the guy I work with, he's been gone for over a month. And so I'm working by myself. And they've been moving people out of offices, and I've been going in offices and repairing the walls and painting the walls and changing the light bulbs if they need it, changing the ceiling tiles if needed, and getting that room ready for the next person to move in. So I've been doing all this by myself. Not that I don't mind, because I like working by myself. And so then they have me moving desks from one building to another building, and So yeah, I've been swamped with that, and then I got one boy I got to take to work, and then the other one's wanting to go to the store or go here and there. So I'm Mr. Taxi Guy, and so I just haven't had a chance to get everything done I wanted to get done. Hopefully the next live stream it'll be a lot better. But today I gotta go to the store again. I gotta buy some more charcoal because I'm real low on charcoal, because we're gonna have steak tonight for our anniversary, and baked potato, and who knows what else that I'll make. Maybe some cream corn casserole or something. Well, good morning, Cobrat. Welcome to my live stream. And I probably will sing a song for all the new people who have not heard me sing or sing that song. I guess I better get that ready. Well, thank you for stopping by. But I'll tell you what, before you leave, I'll go ahead and play this song. I haven't played guitar in quite a while, and so bear with me. I've just been very, very busy at work and home, so... And this is a song that I wrote. Thought you were drinking some coffee. Thought you were drinking with me. Thought you could be a little smarter. Thought you can be a little free. You left me standing with some pain outside your window in the rain. I got wet while you stayed dry. Then I went home and I cried. Thought you were drinking some coffee. Thought you could with me. Sorry. Thought you could be a little smarter. Thought you could be a little free. What's it gonna take to love you when I don't have anything to do? Please don't smile at me anymore. Every time you do, you're out the door. Thought you were drinking some coffee. Thought you're drinking with me. Thought you could be a little smarter. I thought you'd be a little free. And the things we do to each other can be held against our will. Now, screwing that up. Things we say in the morning will come in for the kill. There you go. That was called A Little Free, and I wrote that a long time ago with a friend of mine that doesn't remember writing it. I did write the music. I did write the chorus. And I did write the ending part of it. That's probably why he doesn't remember it. I think I wrote that back in late 80s, early 90s, something like that. One of these days I'm going to have a drum track to it and bass and all that. It's going to sound perfect. So today is mine and Debbie's 28th wedding anniversary. No, I have not gotten her anything yet. I will eventually get there. And I was going to order flowers and have them sent to the house yesterday, but most of the time she won't answer that door. And so I thought, you know what, it'd be kind of stupid. The flowers be sitting out there on my front porch, and I'm not going to do it. So, and thank you everybody. But yeah, that's my video. In fact, here, let me slide this over. If anybody hasn't watched it yet, let's see here. I'll just have it playing there, and people can sit there and watch it and listen to me gab or whatever. But yeah, like I was saying, most of the people that were there are all passed away, and it's odd. Well, hello, Michelle. There's a picture of me and my mother right there, so she's in that video too. Oh, I screwed this album up. I put all these pictures in upside down. But yeah, my next video will be some pictures of, well, actually part of it will be our honeymoon, that we went different places, and then, you know, things we did over the years before the kids, and then the third one will be when the kids were born, and so you'll get to see my kids when they were little babies. They were preemie, and so one was 3 pounds 15.5 inches, or ounces, and the other one was 4 pounds 7 ounces. Well, good morning, and I'm sorry if I bosh your name up. Angeli's Videos. I hope I said that correctly, because I'm very bad at reading names. Welcome to my live stream. But I always tell everybody, you know, I will promote your channel. I will help you out. If I go to your live stream, hopefully you'll help me out. And I am doing wonderful this morning. It is 6:35 in the morning. I've been up since 3:30. Well, I probably got up a little before that, but I just laid there until the alarm went off. And so yeah, there's that video. Let me get that thing off of there. And yeah, it was very hard to find for Kind Master doesn't have a lot of songs that I would like to use. I really wish they would update their songs. And but we got married in a town called Buffalo, Illinois. It's a very small town. You blink, you'll miss it. And well, I'll tell you what, Cobrad, I used to go live when I started at 3:30 in the morning, and it got too much on me, so I changed it to 6 o'clock because that was a little better. But I always show, for those that have not been on my live stream before, I always show the coffee cup I'm drinking from. So there's that one's called Two Wheel Cruise. It's another YouTuber that I watch. And actually, I had explained in the past that there is a left and right coffee cup and an ambidextrous, and I will explain that. So when you have a coffee cup with something on it, you're wanting to display it for other people to see what is on your coffee cup. So when you're holding on to it, you don't want to sit there and look at what's on there. You're wanting other people to see that. So this would be known as a left-handed coffee cup because it doesn't have anything on that side. Now, if it had something on that side and not this other side, then that would be a right-handed coffee cup. An ambidextrous one would be the pictures on both sides, like that Shut Up and Eat one that I bought off of Drew. That's okay, because I got it all muted here, so it's like the same thing. And now my coffee's cold, and I hate cold coffee, so I don't see how he drank 100 shots of cold coffee. Well, actually, that last bit he had was a little warmer, but I probably would have just downed that, not did shots. I would have just downed it. But that was funny. But most people, like I said, majority of my audience is from the Philippines, so they're all eating their meals right now or spending time with their family, but they eventually come in and so on and so forth. So I bet he is paying for it. I wonder how much caffeine was in that coffee. It had to be a high caffeine. But I drink coffee all day long. But at work, I drink decaf coffee, even though it's still got caffeine in it. It just doesn't have as much. Yeah, poor guy. But yeah, I'm still fiddling about of trying to find stuff from our wedding, and this here was a book that my brother gave us for our wedding, and it's got all of our. If I can open up a page here. So in this here, it talks about our courtship in the beginning, and then you write down um, each of us write down our thoughts. So I wrote down, we met at a friend of mine's house, and I talked to, well, this is what she wrote, I'm sorry. So we met at a friend of my house, and I talked to John for a very long time. It was winter, right after Christmas in December of 1991. If I would have stopped my mom's car, I wouldn't be married now. I was going home from family drug. I was getting my mom some medicine. So that I thought was adorable. I'm having trouble reading my wife's. He was adorable. He has a beautiful smile and a wonderful personality. Also, he's I can't read that word. Handsome, and that's a big plus in my book. So that's what she wrote. I'm really surprised I didn't write anything in this. And then she had wrote, I remember when we went to grade school together, and I remember what a big crush I had on him because he came over to our house and swam with us in our Scooby-Doo pool. Yeah, she used to have a Scooby-Doo pool. She lived right down the street from me. And so this here, I think here. Come on, that's something else. Okay. So this here is similar to, if I can find it, this this thing right, I'm getting this the camera right. Well, this side. This thing right here is our, what the hell you call it? Thing that we send off to everybody. And if I can get this thing right. And then there's all the information in there of so you got bride was her and groom was me, and then a friend of ours, her dad was not in the picture at the time, so a friend of hers became the father of the bride, and then the best man was a friend of mine, and then all her bridesmaids, and then we had the songs "You Light Up My Life," "Evergreen," and "Wings, Wind Beneath My Wings" played at our wedding. Yeah, we've known each other ever since we were 5 years old. Yes, wedding invitation. Yeah, it's so early in the morning, and I can't believe that it's earlier where you are. And good Lord. And of course, that's the picture that was in the paper. And I keep going off to one side because I got the words over here. So I'm thinking that you can't see it, but you can. So our wedding was at 2 o'clock in the afternoon on that day. And I'll tell you what, it was very, very hot that August 8th. I think the temperature in Fahrenheit was about 107 degrees that day. It's probably about 40 something degrees Celsius, and but we had our reception at a place called Richardson's Clubhouse, which was basically, it looked like a log cabin, and that I know of, they did not have central air. They just had ceiling fans, and so yeah, it was very hot. We ended up taking all the gifts outside to open them up because it was just too hot to be inside that building. And yeah, it was pretty. We were not supposed to have alcohol, but I had bought a bottle of champagne just for her and I to do the for the best man to do his thing. So, and then she was all worried we were going to get in trouble and all that stuff. I said, don't worry about it. We're not going to get in trouble. It's not like everybody's drinking. Yeah, but she wrote a little diary in here because it says special occasions. So she wrote a bunch of special occasions, and then it gives you, you write down all your wedding gifts, who it came from, and then all of our cards that everybody sent. She stuck them in here. Cards and stuff like that. So yeah, it's all in this photo album. It's kind of neat. And this thing was made by a friend of hers. And this thing is actually falling apart. There's a lot more flowers on it. And as you can see, they had fallen off throughout all the moves that we did. And all that stuff. But we had two people taking photographs, and they actually took more pictures of her than they did of me. And her and I do not have a good picture of her and I standing next to each other for a photo album. And I don't know why they didn't do that. And because they kept putting people in the photo and with us, and it was crazy. But we were in there a long time, and everybody was standing outside waiting for us to come out so they can throw birdseed on us, because we didn't use rice, we used birdseed. There's the top of the cake right there, which we never did get to eat because it was freezer burned, because we didn't properly put it in the right kind of container. And it was crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. I actually had a small little piece of junk truck at that time, and all these pictures are upside down. But yeah, went to church there for a while, and it just got to be too much of a drive every Sunday, and so we stopped going. And then we went to church here. How many churches? Two or three churches here in town. Yeah, I have no idea what happened to that dress. It probably got ruined, and we probably threw it away. But she did have it in a keepsake box. And this last house we lived in, it's actually on a low-lying area. So when it does rain a lot and hard, our entire backyard flooded, and it's probably water over ankle deep. And I do have pictures of it. I'd have to find them and then show you on another live stream. And of course, it ruined our garage. We had a lot of stuff out there in the garage, and all that stuff got ruined, and I had to get a dumpster and throw all that stuff away. And so yeah, it was a mess. And that house was a lot dinkier than this one. And but now this house is getting to be too small, and I'm either going to expand on this house or just find another bigger house. Guys would like to have a 4-bedroom house instead of a 3-bedroom house. And I like to have a garage. I don't have a garage. if I ever get that tree in my backyard cut down, I'm going to have a big 2-car garage with a loft built in it, so that way I can finally have me, and I'm going to soundproof it, so that way I can finally play my drums, and I'll do all my live streams from there as well. I was going to start this live stream of me cooking breakfast, but kitchen wasn't cleaned up, so I decided to not do that. And I do have another cooking video coming up soon. I'm going to do a low carb video, and which I got to hurry up because the items that one of the items that I bought, or the main item that I bought, is starting to go bad, so I have to get those things cut up and film and all that stuff, and so yeah. Well, you have a good rest of your sleep, and thank you for showing up, Cobrat. Yeah, I was gonna cook bacon and eggs and who knows what. So I think later on we're gonna have cinnamon rolls. So but she didn't have an extra outfit with her that day to change into when we went to the reception. So she had to wear that dress, and she had a corset on the whole time, squeezing her, and I felt bad for her. So since she couldn't change, I decided to stay in my tuxedo, and I didn't take my coat off or anything like that. So I just kept my coat on the whole time and suffered just like she did. See how much of a nice guy I am. All the things that I do. And there's a picture of her and I, let's see, running out. Boy. Shiny pictures. I'll show you another picture of a place that her and I went for our honeymoon. It will be in the next video. I'll show you a couple of pictures actually. So this is a place that is northeast of us, and it's called Allerton Park. I don't know what the guy did to get his millions, but he bought this big land, and it's now being taken care of by the big university here in our state. So there's, let's see here. There's the back of the house right there of his mansion. And then the guy had bought a mess load of statues, and he put them throughout the entire land that he owned. So it's a pretty cool place. And then I was told at one time that this place where I'm at was supposed to be a swimming pool, and I don't know if it was. If it was, it's going to be huge. But anyway, I'm sitting on. Let's see. I'm sitting on a fish statue, and that's supposed to be inside a swimming pool. It's like it would be like 4 swimming pools. It was so huge. But I think we had chose a kind of like a Civil War type thing, because we had friends who did reenactments of the Civil War, and so forth. So, but this here statue, this is just out in the middle of a field, and this thing's huge when you get up to it. But this is called, here, this is called the Sun God. So, I don't know if I have alright, well, I forgot to turn my Wi-Fi back on my phone, so it was warning me that I'm very low, but I'm going to continue on this live stream, and because I'm afraid if I try to switch it over, it's going to screw up. And I forgot to switch it. I turned it off because when I was picking up my son, it was running off of their internet, and I didn't want to do that, so I turned off the Wi-Fi, and because it was really slow. But when her and I got together, we had got a little dog, and her name was Molly. And this is a picture of Molly when she was a puppy. Debbie just showed up one day. I was home. She goes, "Here, I got a dog." Handed it to me, and out the door she went. And I had to give this dog a bath. She had fleas all over, and she was like the best dog ever. I miss that dog. And then here's a picture of me and Molly, and yeah, look how young I am there. Yeah, but she was the best little puppy dog. I'm not going to show you all these pictures because some of these pictures I'm going to be using in my next video. So, now I'm mad at myself for not turning my Wi-Fi back on. Wow, I can't believe I've been on an hour already. I guess I should have used my tablet instead of my my phone to do this. But we had stayed in 2 hotels for our honeymoon, 2 different hotels, and because it was very hot, and I don't think we had air conditioning or anything in our apartment. We may had. It's been so long I don't remember. And so we stayed in 2 hotels, which they had, I don't know what's going on with their staff, but they didn't clean them very well, so we had to sit back and wait for them to clean it. And then on our first anniversary, I had reserved the honeymoon suite. So when our anniversary came up, we went to this hotel, and to check in, oh, we already gave that room to somebody else. I said, "Excuse me? I had already reserved that room for this day. How could you give it to somebody else?" "Well, we'll have to give you what we call the Mueller suite." And I'm like, okay. So we go into this place, and of course it's got a hot tub in there, and the bedrooms, I think the bed was like up on a higher elevation in the room, and it had a couch, and bathroom was kind of huge in it, but it wasn't the room that I wanted. It was actually a pretty crappy room. It had a tore up, had rips in the couch, the shower door was broke. They had to come in and clean that room because the hot tub was disgusting. So they had to clean the hot tub. And I should have just went down there and complained and said, "You know what? You're going to give me my money back because we're going to go somewhere else because this place is a dump." And but we stayed, and had a huge I think it was a king-size bed or whatever in that room. But, you know, Never again will I stay there. At the time, I think it was a Holiday Inn, and but they went defunct, and it changed to a conference center, and so going along in our journey together, I went through numerous automobiles, and I went through numerous jobs, and the bad thing was this job I had. I worked as a porter at a car lot, and the other porter didn't know where a certain town was. I said, "Well, I've never heard of that town." Well, they wanted him to go pick up this salesman that was going to work for them. Well, he didn't want to do it, so they pushed it off on me. So they gave me a vehicle to drive down there to pick this guy up, and I had to get a map, and this was long before GPS, and so here I've got this paper map and directions of how to get to this guy's house, and so I take off that morning, not knowing that it was our first anniversary that day, and I think I did have a cell phone. And she had called me, and she goes, "You did realize it's our first anniversary?" And I'm like, "No." So I go clear down there, and I tell this guy, "Hey, we got to hurry up and get back. It's my anniversary." And this is down the southern part of Illinois. And so I head all the way down there, pick this guy up, come back. It's dark time, and I'm apologizing to her. And of course, that wasn't the only time that I had to leave her on our anniversary, because I had another job in the future of that time that took me to Vegas, and I was in Vegas on our anniversary without her. And so yeah, it seems like jobs are always screwing with mine and her relationship when it came to anniversaries. And they wanted me to work today, and I told them, I said, "I'm sorry, I'm not working today. That will be done on Sunday, because Saturday's my anniversary, and I am not working." And I'm sure I'll still go through numerous automobiles and hopefully not numerous jobs, because I got a good job this time. So they're really making the insurance crappy. It used to be really good insurance, but now they're starting to ask too much from everybody, and but we've gone through. Now we're on our third dog in 28 years. So we got Miss Jenny here, right next to me, and she's a pain in the butt. But I wouldn't trade her for the world. Would I? I wouldn't trade you for the world, would I? And to get your attention, she always sneezes. She's the funniest dog. Yep. You want to be on camera? You want everybody to see your mug? She's like, "What?" She's really starting to show her age. Everybody probably wants to see your superstarness. You want to show your superstarness?
She's going to run away.
Run away! Here, I'm going to hold you first, and then you can get on the bed. All right, this is Miss Jenny right here. See, she hates the camera. She won't look at it. Yes. You're a pain in the butt, aren't you? But you're treated good. All right.
Paula says that she's gorgeous.
Yeah, she was a skinny little thing when we first got her. I'll have to find those pictures too when we first got her, because she was really skinny and sickly looking, and we fattened her up. Now she's very spoiled and
Spoiled rotten.
yeah, I'm really surprised all the other people that are normally in my my live stream aren't here, and they must either forgot or they're having late dinners and spending time with their family or whatever. I used to show the weather on here of what's going on around the world. Hopefully they're not having bad weather over there. Let's see what's going on here. Actually, we got rain coming this way. It's all in Missouri right now. Yeah, it looks like you guys, the Philippines has got a pretty big storm going to be heading up to Japan here soon. It's actually going to go right in between South Korea and Japan. Looks like some kind of a typhoon, hurricane, whatever it is that you guys call it over there. But they got a bunch of storms all around them, so maybe they're kind of hunkering down from all these storms. I'm sure it's probably still the rainy season down there. Once we go clear down here to Australia, it looks like just south of Sydney you got some storms down there. And some storms just outside Perth. Out there on the waters. But yeah, let's see, what is today gonna do? So today here it's gonna be partly cloudy. And the high today will be 29 Celsius will be, well, most of my followers are from the Philippines, so that's the reason why I talk about the Philippines so much. But I would love to see the Philippines. I think that'd be great. There's a lot of places in this world I'd like to see, but let's see if I can unplug this part. And I'll show you the rain getting ready to hit us. I'll turn my camera around if I can figure out how to do it here. There it is. So, I can find me here. Okay, there's where I am right there, where that blue dot is. And here's Missouri, right here, and they're getting all this rain. I'll put this in the motion. So we got rain heading this way, even though they say we're not supposed to get any rain. See, it's dissipating as it's starting to come towards us. So, yeah, see. Let's stop this a minute here. And then I'm going to take this down. And there's all that rain that I was talking about down there in Australia. Looks like it's all heading that direction. Stop that for a moment. We'll go to the other side. And then there's that storm that I was talking about. And it's a spinning out there heading towards all those places. And then zoom this out. All right, where am I going here? There's the Philippines right there. So, yeah. Oop. So there's Manila and all these other places. And all this is, a while ago they showed like a stream of where this was all heading, and it was going to go right across through here. So it looks like Drew got missed on that. But yeah, that's where right now in the United States, that's where all the most of the rain's at. So we'll turn this back. So my phone's binging at me again, telling me I only got 250 megabytes because I forgot to turn that to Wi-Fi. And raise this back up.
Is potty on there?
Says we are down to 2 people.
So, who's here?
So I may end up cutting this live stream a little short, guys, because I'm low on my Wi-Fi, my minutes on my phone, and there's
Hi.
there's Miss Debbie right there.
How are y'all doing?
So y'all got to see her. So hopefully, if anybody watches this after it's posted, then but I don't know what we're going to do today other than go to the store. Probably not too much since with this pandemic going on. And so anyway, yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and just go ahead and stop the live stream here because I'm getting low on my phone. So, and we'll see you all again next Saturday. And hopefully I'll have more things to talk about other than sitting here trying to come up with some stuff. So you all have a wonderful night. Have a good sleep, and we'll see you again.